So today we'll see how to decide radius of horizontal curve. Radius of horizontal curve. Okay. See, radius depends on actually speed. So before that, we need to understand design speeds of the highways. Okay. So to understand this radius, first we need to understand design speeds. Now see, it depends on design speed of road. Design speed of highway. Okay. So what are the design speeds? Okay. So now we'll see design speeds of rural highways. Design speeds of rural highways. Okay. Just note down this table. Okay. See, road classification. Road classification. Design speed in kmph. For various terrains. See, we have 4 terrains, right? Plain terrain, rolling terrain, mountainous terrain, and a steep terrain. Srinivas, what is the steep terrain? Cross slopes must be?
More than 60, sir.
Yeah, very good. Plain terrain means 0 to?
10.
10%. Rolling means 10 to?
25.
25. Mountainous 25 to?
60.
This is the cross slope percentage. So, for every terrain, we have 2 types of design speeds. One is ruling, then another is minimum. I will explain you what is ruling, what is minimum. And road classification, actually, we have 5 categories of roads. Express highways or expressways, national highways and state highways, major district roads, other district roads, ODRs, MDR, ODR, okay, village roads. This is for express highways in plain terrain, ruling design speed is 120 kmph, whereas minimum is 100. In national highways, ruling is 100, minimum is 80. And this is 80, 65, 65, 50, 50 and 40. Similarly, in rolling terrain, in express highways, it is 100 ruling design speed and minimum design speed is 80. It is 80, 65, 65, 50, 50, 40, 40, 35. See, no need to remember all these things, just for your having an idea, I am giving this, okay? Mountainous terrain, rolling is 80, 60, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30, 25, 25, 20. And steep terrain, 80, 60, 40, 30, 30, 20, 25, 20, and this also 25, 20. Okay. So now what is the ruling speed and what is the minimum speed? Ruling design speed. Okay. Note down definition of ruling design speed. Actually, ruling design speed means at normal conditions. At normal conditions, the maximum possible design speed for the given terrain, okay. So normal conditions are prevailing, then you can go for this speed, okay, ruling design speed. But what is minimum design speed? Minimum design speed, okay. So in case of special conditions, okay, in case of special situations, to economize, okay, economize, that means minimize the cost, okay, we can design the road for minimum design speed. Suppose in hilly area, somewhere, otherwise, suppose if you want to provide radius based on ruling design speed, it may be very costly affair. Okay, sometimes maybe private land may be there at that location. The private land is very costly. We cannot afford that much amount. So then we cannot design the road for ruling design speed. In that kind of situations, we can go for minimum design speed. Okay, if it is not possible to design the elements for ruling design speed, then we can compromise. Okay, we can compromise and design the elements for lesser speed, which is called minimum design speed. So at any cost, we need to design the road for minimum design speed. Okay. Then we will see what is the ruling minimum radius of curve. It is very important. Ruling minimum radius of curve. Okay. See, E plus F equal to what? Super elevation at curve. So basically we provide super elevation. E plus F equal to V square by what? V square. RG. Now, what is the allowable super elevation and all? What is the allowable F and all? We know. Okay. So, suppose in plain and rolling terrains, E equal to 0.07 maximum and F maximum equal to 0.15. So, what could be the radius? Least radius we can provide. Okay, that we can find. So that is 0.07 plus 0.15 equal to design speed square by Rg. Therefore, R equal to V square by 0.07 plus 0.15 into G. Okay. So this is the ruling minimum radius. Okay. Ruling minimum radius. Okay. Where V equal to ruling design speed. Ruling design speed. Okay. For hilly roads, in hilly roads, of course, E can be provided 0.1, F equal to 0.15. Then R ruling equal to V square by 0.1 plus 0.15 Z. Here also same, where V equal to ruling design speed based on terrain. So we need to find ruling minimum radius of the curve based on this formula. Okay, E plus F equal to, see from this, very simple, R ruling equal to V square by E plus F into G. This is the formula. So it comes from this formula only, E plus F equal to V square by RG, then R equal to V square by E plus F into G. So E value, for plain terrain, plain and rolling terrains, E value 0.07. Hilly roads, that means mountainous and steep terrains, E value can be taken as 0.1. So this is the ruling minimum radius of the curve. Okay. Similarly, absolute minimum radius of the curve. Absolute minimum radius of the curve, horizontal curve actually. Okay, these are horizontal curves. So here also same, E plus F equal to V square by RZ. So R, absolute minimum equal to V square by E plus F into G, where here V equal to minimum design speed. So now here instead of ruling design speed, we need to take minimum design speed. Same, E equal to 0.07 for plain and rolling terrains. E equal to 0.1 for hilly roads. Hilly roads means mountainous and steep. Okay. So like this, ruling minimum radius and absolute minimum radius can be estimated. Okay. Suppose question may be like this. Find the ruling minimum radius of curve for national highways in plain terrain. Question can be like this. Most of the times they will give that ruling design speed also.
Sir,
Yes.
హిల్లో ఇంకా స్నో వితౌట్ స్నో అని కూడా ఉంటది కదా సార్, అప్పుడు ఈ వాల్యూ చేంజ్ అవుతుందా?
Hill.
స్నో బాండింగ్ వితౌట్ స్నో బాండింగ్ అని ఒకటి ఉంటాయి కదా సార్ కాన్సెప్ట్.
స్నో బాండింగ్, ఓకే, యా, అది ఇక్కడ మీకు అప్లికబుల్ కాదమ్మా. ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ హిల్లీ రోడ్ అయినా 0.1.
ఓకే
సార్ అది ఒక్క నిమిషం. hilly roads without snow. So with snow means same 0.07. If you want, you can write here 0.07 for plain and rolling terrains, and hilly roads with snow. So hilly roads with snow also 0.07. Without snow only 0.1. Okay. Note down that point here also. Plain and rolling terrains and hilly roads with snow. Here in hilly roads without snow, you can go for E equal to 0.1. Note down that point. Clear kada Kalyani?
Yes sir.
So find the ruling minimum radius of curve for national highways in plain terrain. Assume ruling design speed. How much? How much for national highway in plain terrain? Ruling design speed?
120.
For national highway?
100.
Yeah, national highway it is 100. Ruling design speed 100 kmph. Okay. Now E plus F equal to V square by RC is the formula. So substitute here E 0.07, F 0.15 equal to V 100 by 3.6 square by R into 9.81. So R equal to 100 by 3.6 square by 9.81 into 0.07 plus 0.15. 357.5 meters. Roughly it is 360 meters. So that's why in national highways, generally radius should not be less than 360 meters. So as far as possible, it should be as high as possible you can provide. Okay. So more the radius, less will be the danger. Okay. So lesser the radius, then centrifugal force will be more, and the accidents. I mean, so many other problems also will be there. Setback distances, extra widening, transition curves. So many things will be there if you provide lesser radius. That's why, as far as possible, we should try to provide more radius for the horizontal curves. Okay. That's why national highways, the ruling minimum radius is 360 meters for plain terrains. Okay, national highway plain terrains. Note down another problem. Find the absolute minimum radius of horizontal curve for MDR. For MDR in rolling terrains. Rolling terrain. Minimum design speed for MDR in rolling terrain is MDR, major district road, rolling terrain, minimum is 50.
50, sir.
50.
50 kmph. Okay, they may give rolling design speed. Ruling design speed is 65 kmph. Okay, so to make confusion, he may give both. Okay, ruling design speed and minimum design speed. So if you want to find absolute minimum radius, we should use minimum design speed. Okay. So E plus F equal to V square by RC, E 0.07 plus 0.15 equal to V 50 by 3.6 square by R into G 9.81, R equal to 89.38, that's roughly 90 meters. Okay, so you should not provide the radius below 90. So always for nation this one MDR, major district road in rolling terrain, you need to provide like this. Okay, we'll see one more problem. Find the ruling design speed for state highway in mountainous terrain without snow. Without snow. Okay. The ruling design speed is, sorry, what is that? Find the ruling minimum radius. Ruling minimum radius. The ruling minimum, the ruling design speed is for mountainous terrain, how much? That is state highway, mountainous terrain, ruling 50. 50 kmph. So without snow, you can go for E 0.1, right? E plus F equal to V square by RG. E 0.1 plus F 0.15 equal to V 50 by 3.6 square by R into 9.81, R equal to 78.65, say 80 meters, okay? So in exam, GATE exam, whatever value you'll get, that only you should put, okay? 78.65. Like this, ruling minimum radius and the absolute minimum radius can be estimated, okay? So based on, yes, Srinivas? Clear? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ఇంకెవరికైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా రూలింగ్ మినిమం రేడియస్ అండ్ అబ్సల్యూట్ మినిమం రేడియస్ లో క్లియర్ కదా ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ radius beyond which no superelevation is required. No superelevation is required. What is the concept here means? If you provide more radius, if radius provided is more than certain value, no need to provide any superelevation. The cambered section can be continued. The camber means side slope, okay? Cambered section can be continued. So then who will take care of that centrifugal force? The centrifugal force can be taken care of by friction alone. Okay, friction alone. So what should be that radius? That certain radius. What is that certain radius? Certain value. So beyond which no need to provide superelevation. What is that radius? So that one actually E plus F equal to V square by RG. From this, see in IRC method, neglecting F, E equal to 0.75 V square by RG formula, this one. Here in place of E, you can put camber, whatever camber you provided, that camber C equal to 0.7 V square by RG. So that means R equal to 0.75 V square by C into G, where C equal to camber. Okay, camber means what is meant by camber? Suppose this is the road cross section, okay? So this one, this slope, this is camber. Okay, this one, suppose this theta, if this is theta, then tan theta is camber. That means side slope, okay? To dry days purpose, So if rainwater falls on the road, it has to be drained freely. So for that, some side slope we give. So that is called a camber. So camber, it can be camber percentages generally. So camber, I will explain you what is the camber values also I will write for different roads. No need to remember all these camber values and all, just for your awareness, okay? I will provide you that values. Camber. Camber, type of road surface. Heavy rainfall region, low rainfall region. Heavy rainfall region. Low rainfall region. Cement concrete and high type bituminous surface. Number one, cement concrete and high type bitumen surface. For this camber, actually 2% can be given. Okay, here low rainfall region 1.7%. Okay, so basically it is 2% means 1 in 50. 1.7 means 1 in 60. Okay. Similarly, thin bituminous surface. Bituminous. Surface camber can be, it is 2.5%. And this is 2%. Okay, similarly, third one, waterborne macadam and gravel pavement. WBM and gravel pavements. It is 3% and this is 2.5%. Finally, earth roads. Earth roads, it is 4%. Heavy rainfall region, low rainfall region, 3%, like this, okay? So these values are 2% means 1 in 50. 2 point means 1 in 40. 3 means 1 in 33. 4 means 1 in 25. Okay, like that. Here also you can mark. One 1.7 means 1 in 60. 2 means 1 in 50. 2.5 means 1 in 40. 3 means 1 in how much? 33. So percent, okay. So how to find this? I will explain you. Find the radius beyond which no super elevation is required No super elevation is required. For the road having a camber of 3%. So this is the question. So you can remember that formula. What is that? E plus F equal to V square by RG formula. RE equal to 0.75 V square by RG. RC equal to 0.75 V whole square by RG. So that means here my intention is here no need to remember separate formulas. From general formula we can go ahead everything. Okay. So C here C is actually 0.03. 3% means 0.03 equal to, okay, I will give design speed. Design speed of the road is 80 kmph. Okay, so 0.75 times of 80 by 3.6 whole square by R into 9.81. Okay. Point 0.75 into 80 by 3.6 square by 9.81 multiplied by 0.03. It is R equal to 944 meters. So if you provide the radius of the curve 944 or more, then no need to provide any super elevation. Direct the cambered section can be continued. Okay. So this is the no super elevation required situation. Okay. Extra width of road at curves. Okay. Extra width of pavement at curves. So hilly regions basically we provide only inside, that is of course we provide transition curve also. Suppose this is the road. See here in hilly region. Hilly region we provide entire extra width at inside of the curve. Whereas in plain regions generally both sides we distribute, okay, 50-50%. So first of all we will see why we need this extra width of pavement at curves. Okay, of course this is actually transition curve. Okay, so this one the extra width gradually increases in transition region. So the transition curve and all we will discuss in detail. So here we need to understand what is extra width, why it is required. Okay. So normally road width is, so it depends on road width, how much generally? Pavement width. So what is the pavement width generally?
3.5 meters.
Suppose single lane road is there. Single lane, generally we provide 3.75 meters. So two lanes means, two lanes generally 3.5 times of 2, that is 7 meters we provide generally. Okay. Four lanes means 3.5 into 4, that is 14 meters pavement width. Okay. So like this we provide. So now based on lanes actually, so extra width, extra widening, I mean we need to provide. Okay. So that we'll see in detail. Why extra width is required? So extra width is required for two cases actually. Extra width equal to mechanical widening plus psychological widening. We'll see what is mechanical widening. So extra width equal to mechanical widening plus psychological widening. Okay. So mechanical widening first, we'll see. Actually, at curves, rear wheels, that means back wheels. Okay. Rear wheels do not follow the front wheels. Okay, why they won't follow? Okay, some off tracking we can observe. Off track means some track difference. Okay, front wheel track, rear wheel track will be different. So you can understand very easily here. Suppose this is the curved path. Okay. Okay. Suppose this is the wheelbase. Okay. You can observe front wheel is at edge of the road, whereas rear wheel is leaving some gap, right? This one. So this is mechanical widening for each lane. So you can observe some gap. Okay. So this gap. This is mechanical widening. So it depends on radius actually. See how we need to calculate that. This is the wheelbase length L. This length is wheelbase. Okay. So now we can calculate very easily that one. Mm. Suppose this is L, this is radius R. So here to here also it is R. This is extra mechanical widening. Okay. This is R. Okay. This is L. This is tangent. This is 90 degrees. So here L plus L square plus R square equal to R plus WM whole square, right? So L square plus R square equal to R square plus 2RWM plus WM square. See here R square gets cancelled, right? WM is very small. This can be neglected. So L square equal to 2R into WM or mechanical widening equal to L square by 2R is the formula. For n lanes, this is for each lane. For each lane. So mechanical widening equal to n times of L square by 2R for n lanes. N lanes it is n L square by 2R. That is the mechanical widening. Okay. See, mechanical widening is depending on number of lanes, vehicle wheelbase. Wheelbase means front wheel axle, rear wheel axle difference. Okay. The distance between front wheel axle and rear wheel axle is wheelbase, where L is wheelbase. Where L equal to length of wheelbase. Length of wheelbase, okay, L. R equal to radius of curve. N equal to number of lanes. N equal to number of lanes, okay. So NL square by 2R is the mechanical widening, whereas psychological widening, it is based on the, it is, see, mechanical it is required, okay. Psychological means the person who is traveling at curves, okay, the driver who is traveling at curve, he may feel that opposite vehicle may hit him, okay. That's why he tries to move away from the, other lane, okay. He tries to move away outside. He tries to move, go outer side of the curve. So you know what is inside, what is outside. This is inside of the curve. This is outside of the curve. So his intention will be to go outside of the curve. So to compensate that also, we need to provide some extra width. So that is actually psychological widening. Okay, the driver tendency at curve is to go outside, for which we need to provide for which we need to provide some extra width. Okay, that is psychological widening. So based on practical experience, okay, psychological widening equal to, what is that? What is the formula? V by capital V by
9.5.
9.5 or
9.5 root r, where capital V equal to design speed in kmph. See, it is empirical formula. Capital V, whenever we use capital V, that is kmph, okay? Remember that r is radius of curve. See here, psychological widening is not depending on number of lanes, but psychological widening is depending on speed of the vehicle, okay? But mechanical widening does not depend on speed. See, mechanical widening is depending on number of lanes and wheelbase, but does not depend on speed of the vehicle. So finally, so extra widening equal to mechanical widening, that is NL square by 2R, plus psychological widening is V by 9.5 root R. Okay, this is the formula to find extra widening at curves. This extra widening, generally we need to distribute both sides of the curve, okay? Except in hilly regions, we provide entire extra widening on at the inside of the curve only. We'll calculate, okay? We'll do one problem. Find extra widening required at horizontal curve of radius horizontal curve of radius 400 meters. 400 meters. The road is 2-lane with design speed of 100 kmph. Assume wheelbase length as length as 6 meters. Okay. Now extra widening formula NL square by 2R plus V by 9.5 root R. N is here 2-lane road, so 2 multiplied by wheelbase is 6. 6 square by 2 times of radius of the curve is 400 meters plus capital V 100. It is empirical, okay? Don't bother about units. 100 by 9.5 into root 400, which is equal to 2 into 36 by 800. That is 0.09 plus 100 by 9.5 into 20. Root 400 is 20. So 0.526, which is equal to 0.09 plus 0.526, 0.616 meters, which is equal to 61.6 centimeters. Okay, they may ask you in centimeters or millimeters also sometimes. Okay, you should be very careful about these units. Units of the answer, very important. Okay, so like this you can calculate extra widening at curves. Okay. Okay, the off tracking observed at the curve is 0.4 meter. The wheelbase length is 7 meters. Find the radius of the curve means. So off tracking is the gap between front wheel track and the rear wheel track. So that is L square by 2R. So substituting you get R equal to 61.25. Sight distance at priority intersection. See, priority intersection means this is major road. This perpendicular road is minor road. This intersection is called priority intersection. Okay. See the 13th page of the code. So here he mentioned that sight distance required. Actually, the sight distance means here this region must be clear. Which region? So this region must be clear. Of course, all legs also similarly you can consider. See here the sight distance here required is 15 meters. This one. Here 15 meters. This one, this distance is here to here. We need to have 15 meters. Okay, and here to here, this one. This one must be 8 seconds travel distance. So v multiplied by 8. See distance. I mean velocity into time is what? 8 seconds multiplied by velocity 8v. So this is the side triangle or vision triangle. Okay, side triangle or vision triangle. Okay, so you see that in page number 13th of the IRC. What is that? 66, right? Code number how much? Srinivas? IRC
66 1976.
IR 66 1970. Okay. See, problem is what? That one, Srinivas Chepo, sorry, problem. Data Chepo. This is a minor road. This is major road. Okay.
A priority intersection has a single lane one-way traffic,
Single lane one-way traffic. Okay.
road crossing, and undivided two-lane.
This is two-lane road. Undivided. This is undivided two-lane. 1 second.
The traffic stream speed on the single lane road is 20 kmph.
1 second. Undivided two-lane road is this one. Two-lane road. This is single lane road. What is that speed?
Single lane 20 kmph, sir.
25 kmph. Okay. Double
20, sir, 20.
20 kmph.
Two lane 50 kmph.
50 kmph.
Yes, sir.
20 kmph. This one is 50 kmph. See, irrespective of the speed, this is 15 meters fixed. Okay. This one here, 8 times of v means here 50 by 3.6. Equal to how much? Hmm. 8 into 50 by 3.6.
111.11, sir.
111.11
11.
meters. See, options are first option
50 meters and 20 meters.
50 and 20 meters. Okay. Next
61 and 18.
61 and 18 meters.
111 and 15.
111 and
15.
15 meters. Okay.
122 and 36.
122 and 36. So our option is
111 and 15.
yeah.
సో దాంట్లో రియాక్షన్ టైమ్ ఫ్రిక్షన్ అవి ఏం అవసరం లేదు సార్.
ఇది క్లియర్ గా కోడ్ లో మెన్షన్ చేశాడు అనమాట. ఫోర్త్ ఆప్షన్ చెప్పు.
ఫోర్త్ ఆప్షన్ 122 and 36.
See, this is the correct option. సో కోడ్ లో మనకు క్లియర్ గా వాడు ఏమి ఇచ్చాడంటే ఇక్కడ 15 మీటర్స్ ఉంటే చాలు, ఈ మేజర్ రోడ్ లో 8 seconds ట్రావెల్ డిస్టెన్స్ అనమాట. అంటే 8 into V ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. అంటే వాడి ఉద్దేశం ఏంటి, ఈ మేజర్ రోడ్ లో వచ్చే వెహికల్ ఇక్కడ వరకు కనిపిస్తే మైనర్ రోడ్ లో ఉండేవాడు ఈ వెహికల్ చూసి ఆపేస్తాడు అనమాట. అదర్వైజ్ మేజర్ రోడ్ లో వచ్చేవాడు మరీ దగ్గరగా ఉన్నాడు అనుకోండి, మైనర్ రోడ్ లో మేజర్ రోడ్ లో వచ్చేవాడు స్లో డౌన్ చేసుకుంటాడు కొద్దిగా వెహికల్ ని. స్లో డౌన్ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ఆ వెహికల్ పాస్ అయిపోతుంది అనమాట. ఆ స్లో చేస్తే 8 seconds లో మేనేజబుల్ అనమాట. అంటే 8 seconds టైం ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ట్రావెల్ కి 8 seconds లో కొద్దిగా స్లో చేసుకుంటాడు, ఆ మైనర్ రోడ్ లో ఉన్న వెహికల్ పాస్ అయిపోతుంది. మరీ దూరంగా ఉందనుకో, 15 మీటర్ల దగ్గర ఉందనుకో మైనర్ రోడ్ లో వెహికల్, వీడు కొంచెం స్పీడప్ చేసుకుని వెళ్ళిపోతాడు అనమాట. వాడు స్లో డౌన్ చేసుకుంటాడు మైనర్ రోడ్ లో ఉండేవాడు. సో అందుకోసం ఈ ప్రపోజల్ పెట్టారనమాట. ఇది IRC 66 లో మీకు క్లియర్ గా 13th పేజ్ లో ఉందన్నమాట ఇది. ఓకే, పేజ్ నెంబర్ 13 లో అన్కంట్రోల్డ్ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ కూడా ఉంటుంది చూడండి. ప్రయారిటీ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్, అన్కంట్రోల్డ్ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ కూడా ఉన్నట్టుంది, చదవండి అది. పంపించండి, చదవండి. ఓకేనా శ్రీనివాస్, క్లియర్ కదా?